And what about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? And what about now? Can you hear me now? Okay, let's get started. As you can see, I have a new camera, guys. So the quality is gonna be better from now on. So for like maybe for a couple of weeks, I didn't do any AMAs, and meanwhile, I bought this beautiful camera. So and I was trying to set it up. Now it's working. So sorry for being late. Uh, Yeah, I'm just like I'm in an office of my friends, and there is some kind of like some kind of works underway here. So and so it's a bit like probably too early to work in this office, but it's a nice office anyways. So there is no light here. So uh, but the office is very nice. So guys, let's get started. And what shall we talk about actually? So I want you to pay attention to the fact that we relaunched our node program today because we want to onboard a lot more nodes, like hundreds or thousands of new nodes. And to do that, we basically incentivize new nodes to come to the network, and we will be like leasing some waves to each node that comes to the network. So basically, if you wanna become a Waze validator, it's a very good moment to do so. So how it works? Basically, eh, yeah. Basically, what you need to do, you need to buy a cheap UPS. It's like costs like $30, not more, and set up a Waze node. And apply for this grant of 5,000 waves, which will allow you to start validating. And as you know, since Units has launched, the APY for the nodes increased dramatically. So currently you can earn around 15% APY if you just run a Waze node. And the best part here, and I mentioned that you can just use a VPS, and I want to emphasize that you don't need to run any kind of like expensive hardware. It's very cheap. All you need is like $30 VPS, and if you participate in this contest, in this like program, onboarding program, you're gonna get 5,000 waves leased to you, which will bring you around $100 per month in mining rewards. So it's a very simple thing, guys. And then you can scale, you can bring more leasers, more stakers to your node, and you can earn very good passive income. So look into this if you're like technically minded. If you are not, if you don't want to run your node or your own node, you can just lease your waves to any node in the network and basically receive almost the same APY because usually nodes take a small cut and pay the rest. So basically, if you lease your waves to any node in the network, maybe to the new nodes, you will be earning 14% APY, which is very nice in my opinion. And by the way, so it's not everything. It's not all actually. If you participate in this program, there's going to be some kind of like a reward at the end. So the new nodes who will like bring more stakers to them at the end of December will receive some price. So the first one is 50,000 waves leased to that node. The second price is 30, and the third price is 15,000. So yeah, guys, this is it. It's very important, and I will make sure that you got that actually. Yeah, so we are starting the onboarding process for new nodes because there is going to be more networks in Waves ecosystem, more units networks, and the API will be growing. So it's a perfect moment to start validating in the Waves network, and it's a perfect moment to onboard some new nodes. And it's important not only for people who actually want to run their nodes, it's also important for users because the more nodes we have, the stronger our network becomes. And our goal is to create a network where we have like tens of thousands of validators running on cheap hardware. So you don't need to run a very expensive server as you do in, for example, Solana or Aptos or Sui or even Ethereum, by the way. You can run a Waves node on cheap hardware, and this is what makes us more decentralized than other networks. Waves to the moon, absolutely. Okay, so what are we gonna do today, guys? There was this like tweet, some kind of like contest on Twitter, like when unit zero token price reaches $1, one of the participants receives 10,000 unit tokens. Let me share this tweet with you. Let me find it. Yes, here it is. Please retweet this, and I think we have a chance to find a winner during this AMA. What's the price now, by the way? Let me take a look. Oh, Bitcoin is almost $100,000. This is crazy. But what about in zero? Just 80 cents. Okay, guys. So if we retweet hard enough, I think we will determine the winner until the end of the AMA. So start retweeting. If not, it doesn't matter because this will happen maybe not today, maybe like tomorrow. So we will find some way to determine the winner of the AMA and send him some units. But you'd better retweet. Okay, so what else is happening in the units and Waves ecosystems? We are onboarding a lot of projects. You can follow the process in our social media. You can check the new proposals in the DAO. You can also participate in the DAO. I hope you do participate because it's going to be very interesting and lucrative and a lot of fun. A lot of projects have made their proposals in the DAO. Some already distributed their tokens. For example, Swap, an old protocol on Waves, who is launching on units, who is like creating an EVM version of their Swap protocol, has distributed some tokens, and more projects will be distributing tokens. So start staking your Union Zero, and it's not like a passive staking. You have to actually be actively participating in the governance process. So you have to stake it in a DAO and you have to vote. And it's going to be very engaging and lucrative for you guys. So it's just starting. So it's time to stake your Union Zero tokens in the DAO and start voting. Okay. Retweeting this tweet. This tweet, you should retweet. Yes, we need to crack $1. Hopefully today, hopefully within this hour. Uh, what's going on with Alameda? Yes. Nothing new, guys. So I can't tell you anything new because I basically made some public statements 2 years ago about the situation, and nothing has changed since. So what can you do? You know, some people want to get as much money out of failed FTX as possible. There is some kind of liquidator who's trying to like get as much funds as possible, and they basically do some kind of like carpet bombing, you know, with those like lawsuits. I will have to deal with this. This is like, what can you do? But this is nothing new and nothing really, nothing that really worries me, to be honest. Please tell about West. There's going to be some news around West. Yes. Actually, I can't tell you right now because it's not finalized. But this is something that I would like to support. Maybe not like as some kind of like leader of the project, you know, but it has such a, you know, checkered history, or how to say it, you know. So uh, like I would like this project to disappear, you know, so I'll try to support it in some ways. And we are talking to some KOLs now who would like to promote West, and we're talking to some projects that would like to use the technology. So please expect some announcements, I think, in the near future. LFG Union Zero, absolutely. Aztec, hi, my friend. How are you? Uh, yeah. Are you still in Dubai? Yes, I'm in Dubai right now. We are awaiting you in Siphion game. Yes, Aztec, I will check it out. I'm like really busy, you know. I promised you to look deeper into your game mechanics, and I really want to support you. So like I'm publicly promising to take a look, and uh, I'll try to find a way to collaborate with you because I really want to support you. I don't need anything from you. You're an old friend of Waves, and I just want to support you and make your help make your project successful. When will DoubleX have more trading and liquidity? I think this is the moment now when the volumes and liquidity will start growing. So this is just the exact moment because it's pretty simple. We launched units like 2 weeks ago, and now things will start moving, you know. So and this is gonna be like, you know, not in parallel, but consequential, you know. So now it's time to make some projects in the Waves ecosystem like more alive. And the first one is, of course, WX. So expect more volumes there. I think there is more volume there. If you check out the stats, I think there is more volume there today and yesterday, and now there's going to be more liquidity. So things are starting to move. What we need to do to win the 10K unit zero, please retweet the tweet. And when unit zero price is $1, some of the retweeters will receive 10,000 unit zero. Asking about the meme pad, yes, there's going to be meme pads on waves and meme pads on units, and they're going to be launched soon. It's whether it's too late or not. It depends on what kind of meme pad. I think some meme pads will perform better than the others. Probably it's time to come up with some new mechanics, some new ways to engage people. Maybe memes can become something bigger than just like kind of like gambling addiction, So maybe we can combine memes with DAOs. Maybe we can come up with some interesting mechanics. Because the problem with memes is like twofold. On one hand, they basically don't serve any purpose. Yes, and everybody said that it's just bullshit. But on the other hand, they create communities, and you can't deny that. So people like come together, and they hold like some meme and bring them together. So there is some kind of like community building angle here, which is good. But the problem is you have to sell your meme sooner or later. And you're basically, you stop being part of the community, so this is like a pretty popular guy now. I mentioned him, Murat, I think, and his motto, he's promoting memes, and his motto is believe in something, so it's pretty good. But the problem is sooner or later you have to sell. And it would be good to create something that you don't have to sell, that always brings you some profit, and you never stop being part of that community. And I'm thinking about that. Hey, some Korean supporter, how are you, man? We are working with Korean KOLs now. Like maybe we will try to get Unit Zero listed on some Korean exchanges. Maybe not on Upbit. It's probably too difficult. Maybe on some second-tier exchanges. Happy to see you here, man. What do you think about the cryptocurrency news in Russia? Yeah, cryptocurrency is going to be everywhere, man. So this is the new form of money, and narrative of money is much bigger than the narrative of decentralization. So, unfortunately, and basically, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going to be the new money, and it's just a matter of time until we have it everywhere. Do you create an easy guide? Yes, we will provide all the guides to set up VPS, and we have a lot of the documentation. And I think in the article that was published today, there is this guide actually. So check it out. It's on my Twitter. Can you please check UST restoration plan? Very interesting for XTN. I don't think it's going to work out for them. And XTN will be bought back slowly until there is no more, so which will increase its price and make users whole. So we're not gonna like bring back to life something that basically died, So we should just kill it, but in such a way that we resolve our problems. So the goal is to buy it back, increasing its price, and burn it. And I'm gonna stick to this plan, and I don't think there's gonna be any kind of alternatives here, because it just doesn't make sense. What are the plans for WX token? I'll try to help WX become working again, so and it's very important because this is like the main DEX. This is one of the first DEXs ever. It's approximately the third DEX in existence. So it was launched long before Uniswap. So it will not die. It will exist forever. When you reflect on the day you started this project, you feel a sense of satisfaction and pride in the progress and achievements. I don't think anybody can feel any satisfaction right now, guys. Maybe Trump. Maybe Trump. Привет. Привет, Васек. Somebody, Vasek asked me to say hi. So basically, no problem. Also, my post in the Neutrino DAO forum. Please share, Phoenix. Always a pleasure to see you here. By the way, my Telegram, I think. Just send it to me. I might have missed it just because a lot of things are happening. Where are you, Sasha? I am in a cave. I am actually in an office that is being like under some kind of repairs. So it's a new office, and it's not my office, it's an office of my friends, but some people I work with are here, so I'm staying with them. But the office is not ready yet, so there's a problem with electricity here, and the Wi-Fi is from neighboring gym. So it's pretty funny. But the area is nice and it's pretty good. Very dark office. Yeah, no light here. Yes, I can maybe show you around, yes, so that you see that like it's an office or not anything else. And I'm just in a corner, like. No, yeah, some people here, yes. Eric, how are you going to deal with FTX? I answered this question. Of course, I will go to court, guys. So of course, it's like obvious. Are you considering getting listed on Binance again? I would not mind. I don't care about centralized listings, but I would not mind that, guys. How often will you do AMAs? I'll try to maybe get back to making like weekly AMAs. I'm just thinking how to do that better. So today I can see some traction. I stopped doing AMAs because there was like 30 people coming, So and it's hard, guys, it's hard. So we need to have more people. I think we have a bit more people now, so I'll be doing it weekly. If we can keep it up, I will be doing it weekly. So because I can talk to like a single person, it's not a problem, but it's a bit ridiculous. So we need to have more traction, and I think we're gonna get it. And if there is at least as many participants as we have now, I will be doing them weekly. So please come and please ask me any questions you have. I'm always happy to talk to you guys. Um, People are asking why Wave's price went up. I think Korean market makers. But okay, so Wave's price should go up because we announced the node onboarding program, guys. It's very important. We're gonna have thousands and thousands nodes soon, which run on like cheap hardware. You don't need to like have a very expensive hardware. Like you can run a Waves node on a cheap hardware, and I'm gonna like double down on this approach. Our goal is to create a network of like tens of thousands of nodes that just use VPS or like Raspberry Pi, you know, in the future to run a Waves node. And it's very important because either you have basically not, it's not like that. All networks, all blockchain networks are very centralized now because you need to have very powerful hardware. There is some like limitations in terms of like the amount of tokens you need to stake with your node to participate in validating. So it's all very restrictive, you know, and those blockchains, they become payment processing networks rather than what Vitalik described as a blockchain running on thousands of Raspberry Pis. We are very far from that goal. And also, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna try to make Waves more accessible so that you can just buy a VPS for $30 a month and maybe earn $100 a month. So maybe you can have 10 of those VPSs and it will make more sense financially. But in any case, you will be able to use a very simple hardware to run a Waves node. Yes, people are asking about trading assets on WX. Let's see how it goes with the meme pad. Meme pad is coming. I think people are trading now mostly memes. And I can say that I hate memes. You know, they're like, they may seem to be very stupid, but there is something to them that I would like to explore. I mentioned this community feeling, you know. The cycle should be ours, hopefully. Yes, absolutely. Your plan is to make Waves and in zero the most decentralized blockchain. Yes, as I said, we want to have like tens of thousands of nodes running on simple VPSs. People are asking about Pete meme. Let me tell you one thing: there is 2 meme pads launching soon in the ecosystem. 2 meme pads. So wait for the meme pad launches, and maybe Pete will have something to do with it as well. Whatever happened to the node running on a smartphone? I think it's doable, man. In the long run, it's doable. Tell Vladimir hi, by the way. Vlad from Puzzle is here. And he's asking a very good question about new tokens that you can see in Waves ecosystem. Yes, so there is Waves Bridge. We partner with Old Bridge, guys. Old Bridge is like well-known bridging protocol. They've been running for many years, and we partner with them, and we created like a separate white label for Waves. It's called Waves Bridge, and we have new like stable assets in units, which you can bring from units to Waves and from Waves to units through Waves Bridge. And those assets are actually have been issued not with Old Bridge, but with the other protocol, our other good friends, Cross Curve, guys, who are creating like amazing DeFi bridging stuff. You know, so they're like tier 0 guys. Really, it's just like cream of the cream, you know. So yeah, they're creating this like cross chain swap protocol based on curve pools, and they have bridging as an integral part of their protocol. So we use their bridging to issue those assets, and we use All Bridge for the front end and transfer from Waves, because Cross Curve doesn't have Waves yet. all bridge does have waves. So cross-curve bridges from EVM chains to unit, and from unit to waves, you can go through waves bridge. So there is new stable assets, there is new Bitcoin, there is new WS in waves network. And I think it's normal. So we have the tokens from Pepe team, they still exist. But I think what we have now is a bit more flexible. And basically it allows us to interact with other chains such as Solana, for example, or Arbitrum or Optimism. So it's more versatile, and so don't be surprised when you see new assets on Waves. Unit works on Phantom Wallet. I don't think so. No. I think Phantom supports EVM now, but I'm not an expert. I checked them out recently to understand how we should proceed because they're very successful. We have Wavekeeper, and we started like working on Wavekeeper again. So I checked the different plugins out to understand what people do now. You know, so it's not basically. I think we should have just been more consistent with Wavekeeper. I don't think Phantom Wallet is something like new, so but it works well and people are used to it, so I don't think that people will be using browser plugins that much, but they actually are, so okay, so we will basically make sure that Wavekeeper works well. Now you plan Wave listing on BNB exchange, you mean Binance? I don't know what will happen in the future, man. So I don't mind any, because it's not about like listening, it's about like human connection. So if somebody wants to work with us, I want to work with him. What do you think about proposal 23? It looks like no good for Waves ecosystem. It's at the moment you don't have to vote for it, as I said many times. But there's going to be a moment when this proposal will be right, because when Waves is like strong again, I think it will make sense. For example, to like buy back all the remaining XTN and more Waves to Waves DAO to manage, and after that the inflation will be turned off completely. This will be like the last Waves ever mined, because after 23 proposal is like activated, and it's going to run for half a year, and after that my vision is to turn with inflation off completely, like forever, because we have units and Waves validators can earn Waves fees from transactions, and also they can benefit from all those connected chains, basically earning the tokens of those chains. So we don't need Waves inflation anymore. Very simple. On the other hand, Waves DAO will have some treasury in Waves, which it can spend for decades to come based on community governance. So I think 23 is something that can be done and should be done, but not now. Not now, guys. Later, half a year, maybe a year. When will the Pepe team in zero rewards be distributed? What do you mean the reward distributed? Or what do you mean? Wait. No, yes, you can claim them from Ride on Waves. That's it. From the main claiming interface for L2MP, for Pepe, for TVL, you can claim it all there. When L2MP price is $1. There's like a few L2MPs in circulation, because it's all staked. Its price can be anything actually, because there's like maybe 10 or 20 million L2MPs in circulation right now. Are there any upcoming features or tools in the Waves ecosystem that you are particularly excited about? Stay tuned for updated Power Protocol, man, because I'm very interested in two things: scalability and DAOs, and we're working on both. And Power Protocol is gonna come back in a big way soon. Hmm. Are you considering staking money in the Siphon online game? Yeah, I'm discussing it with at Tech. I'm missing some points there probably. So I'm missing something there. So I just want to play the game itself to understand how we can work together. So because it would be best if I uh, really understood how it works. And to do that, I need to play it, So, and I just can't get around to it yet, but I will. Every coin increase their inflation in the market. What about wage inflation? Wage inflation is still there. It's not huge, but it's there. And the proposal people mentioned above is the proposal to increase wage inflation tenfold for half a year. And after that, turn it off completely. That might happen. Any plans for 2MP and XX? Yeah, I mentioned XX. XX should be coming back to life again. L2MP is just a kind of temporary token, right? So people stake it to get unit zero. Hi, bro. Hi, man. I will tell you about Power Protocol. It's gonna become more accessible to general population. Let me put it this way. Or if you want to know some details, we're gonna do massive, okay, as much as we can, so I hope it's gonna be massive. Mother DAO onboarding, where we will have a lot of new members in Mother DAO, and they will be rewarded for participating in the governance, like continuously. And there's gonna be some new pitch here, I guess, so I think I found something that can be very appealing to people. Greetings from Venezuela. Hi, Timmy. How are you? Yes, always a pleasure to see you here. Play Sasha. I will. How are waves and units connected? Units is an ecosystem of chains on top of waves. They use waves consensus for basically creating consensus in them, so you don't need to create like new consensus, because you can just take the consensus from waves and use it in all those layers. A project named Oldly is claiming that they're partnering with units. I read something in the group, but I didn't understand. Let me is it some scam or what? I missed what it was about. I'll check it again. Do you want item? I will play it. Aztec. I swear. XTN transfers. XTN transfers. You should ask Pepe team for XTN transfers, please. Really, like you should just mention them. Would the Black network domain be protected from possible US seizure? Why it should be seized? I don't understand. It's not hosted in the US, so I don't think so. I think the video quality is much better now. Yeah, I guess. Not sure about the sound, but video is better. Um, okay, so what's next week? Galka is always rushing ahead. Uh, but I'm here with you for 50 minutes. Make us happy. I'll do my best. But you know what the problem is? You can't make people happy because they don't want to. They want to fight wars and be miserable. So you could be so happy. We could be so happy, but we just don't want to. Uh, yes, there is this proposal. It's called proposal like feature 23. It's still not approved, but as I mentioned, I don't want it to be approved until we are in a much better position. Sleepy Sasha. No, I'm good. I'm good. It's just dark around me. No, I'm talking to you from the dark. Any plans for native NFT market on Waves? I think there is one on Puzzle. Maybe there's gonna be more. Yes, yes, exactly. Crypto Espacio. I love you too, man. So what's next week? Yeah, so maybe next week and maybe some weeks after that. So what we are working now is trust is bridging between Union Zero and Waves. Maybe you mentioned that you can transfer Union Zero token from Waves to Union Zero in a trustless way, but the other tokens actually uh, can be bridged based on the usual technology. When you have like a smart contract on one chain, smart contract on the other chain, there is some kind of like relay or oracle. So this is what everybody does. It's like semi-trustless. And now we are working on making it like fully trustless, when you can transfer tokens between waves and units, unit zero, and between different units chains when there is more chains in a trustless way. It's very important. And after that, I think we will get back to the base layer. I was pitching like to creating a network with 10,000 of nodes and stuff like that. It needs a lot more work, to be honest. And we will get back to that like layer, and we will our base layer, and we will work on this approach, which will basically provide some kind of finality to waste transactions, because it's a technical question, but maybe you know what finality is. This is when your transaction gets finalized immediately. So in the same block, it is included. So you have this in some networks, but usually you give up on decentralization somewhat when you try to make your finality very fast. And we're gonna try to find a sweet spot between decentralization and finality. And scale our network like multiple times. As for maybe like shorter plans, what we're gonna do, guys, next week. You will see, guys. There is a lot of like activities. As I said, 2 meme pads are launching, like not one, but 2 meme pads. 2 meme pads. There is also unit mini app in Telegram that we're gonna develop. And stay tuned for some updates around Power Protocol. I'm not gonna go into details right now, but I will a bit later. The fees for bridging, it's like 1 unit, man. Yeah, you don't have. Yeah, maybe we'll reduce the fee. Yeah. West is not that. It might seem that, but it's not. To be honest, there is some guys who really wanna make it great again, you know, and I'm supporting them. So, uh, tell something more about Unit Zero. What can I tell you about Unit Zero? Such an amazing project, man. It's just starting, you know. So we just have our first chain, first dev deployed on the mainnet, and first DAO proposals. So if you are an early adopter of Unit Zero, you're like a guy. Something you can see me probably. Let me fix the camera a little. Okay, guys. So let's wrap it up for today. What was important in the CMA? We announced new node onboarding program where you can get 5,000 waves leased to you for running a node, and it will make you more money than your VPS server costs. So it's a good offer, guys. And the nodes who will have more like validating stake by the end of the year will get additional rewards. Who will be the second chain to run on units? Stay tuned, man. Yeah, this was the most important announcement. We didn't crack $1 yet, but we will next week, guys. Yes. So by the next AMA, I think we will crack $1 and maybe two, but I'm not sure. But I think one we will do. One we will crack. And yes, I will play Scipion, guys. I understand that you want me to play it, and I want to support you. So please give me a bit more time. I love you all. It was a pleasure to be with you, and I missed like a few AMAs, and now I feel that I won't be missing them again because it's nice. I love you guys. Until next time, ride and ways, power to the people. Unis network is working. So yes, let's make everything great. Not again, but just great. Love you all. Till next week.